Look at your hands. Go ahead, actually look at them for a second. Those hands, they got you here. They fought. They worked. They held on when everything around them was shaking. I want you to acknowledge that. Now I want to ask you a question, a dangerous one. And I want you to be honest with yourself, because no one else can hear your answer but you. What were you fighting for? Was it to escape? Was it to survive? Was it to prove them wrong? Was it to finally stop the noise? If you are sitting in this room today, chances are you have recently experienced a liberation. Maybe you left a toxic job. Maybe you ended a relationship that was draining your soul. Maybe you finally set a boundary with a family member who has overstepped for decades. Maybe you left a country, a religion, or a version of yourself that was no longer yours to wear. You got out. You won. The battle is over. So why do you feel so empty? Spend so much time, so much energy defining ourselves by what we are against? We are the rebel, the survivor, it's the underdog, the one who broke the chains. And that identity, the identity of the fighter, is a noble one. It gives us adrenaline. It gives us purpose. But here's the secret no one tells you about liberation. Liberation destroys the oppressor, but it does not automatically build the self. You spent 10 years fighting the dragon. You slayed it. And now you're standing in the middle of the field, covered in ashes, holding a sword. And you realize you don't know who you are without the fight. That confusion, that silence, that sudden anxiety that creeps in when things are calm, that isn't a sign that you made a mistake. That isn't a sign that you should go back. That is the scary, sacred space of identity after liberation. Let's talk about what freedom really means, because society sells us a fantasy. We think freedom is a destination. We think, if I get the divorce, I will be happy. If I quit the job, I will be fulfilled. If I move to the new city, I will become the new me. But when you arrive at the promised land, you bring the one thing you were trying to escape, yourself. Not the wounded self that's important, but the habit of yourself. For years, your identity was shaped by resistance. Your reflexes were sharp, your walls were high. You were a master at spotting danger. You were a master at enduring pain. But endurance is not the same as thriving. When the danger disappears, the master is left without a craft. You finally left the situation, but you spend all your time replaying it. You obsess over what you should have said. You obsess over their current life. You're physically free, but mentally, you're still in the courtroom, trying to prove your case. You're asking, was I right to leave? Over and over again. But here's the truth. You don't need to be right to be free. You just need to be here. We feel so uncomfortable in the void that we immediately grab a new identity off the shelf. We become the spiritual guru overnight. We become the hustle culture entrepreneur. We try on personalities like costumes because the silence of not knowing who I am is terrifying. But if you rush to put a label on yourself before you've healed, you're just trading one cage for another. Freedom is not the absence of opposition. Freedom is the presence of self-possession. It is the ability to walk into a room and not lose your energy to the people in it. It is the ability to sit in silence and feel comfort, not dread. It is the ability to look in the mirror and see a person you are still getting to know and being excited about that. So, look at your hands again. They are no longer just fighting hands. They are building hands. Go build.